Hi, and welcome to Plane Legacy, where today we're taking a very short look at the KC-10A aerial refueling aircraft. Based on the McDonnell Douglas DC-10 passenger and freight aircraft, the KC-10A extender wasn't built to replace another aircraft, but to supplement the United States Air Force's strategic tanker fleet of Boeing KC-135 Stratotankers. It was a tanker aircraft with an airlift capability that reduced reliance on overseas bases and enhanced the global reach of the United States. During its service, the KC-10 was used to refuel bombers, fighters, cargo aircraft, and even a few SR-71s with either a centerline McDonnell Douglas Advanced Aerial Refueling Boom or a hose and drogue feature. This dual refueling capability meant that it was compatible with Air Force aircraft using a high transfer rate boom, as well as Navy, Marine, and Allied aircraft using the hose and drogue option, even in the same mission. With a fuel carrying capacity greater than the KC-135, it could effectively support long-range missions. Some were eventually modified with a wing-mounted refueling pod on each wing for the hose and drogue system, so two aircraft could be refueled at the same time. Adding to that versatility, the KC-10's wide-body interior could be configured for cargo pallets, transport, and medical evacuation, making it more than just a tanker aircraft. The KC-10 was born out of the Advanced Tanker Cargo Aircraft program in the 1970s and entered service in March of 1981. Specifically, it was based on the DC-10-30CF, a longer-range cargo and passenger variant of the standard DC-10. Capable of carrying 356,000 pounds of fuel, compared to 200,000 pounds of fuel carried by the KC-135, the boom operator could deliver a maximum of 1,100 gallons per minute using digital controls from the operator's cockpit at the rear of the aircraft. Cargo handling equipment was used to load cargo through a large cargo hatch just behind the cockpit. For example, up to a maximum of 170,000 pounds of cargo on 25 standard pallets could be carried in an all-cargo configuration, or 17 pallets and 75 passengers in a mixed configuration, and so on. The KC-10A was 181 feet 7 inches long with a 165-foot wingspan and maintained nearly 90% commonality with their civilian counterparts. Powered by 3 General Electric turbofans, there were 60 KC-10A extender aircraft produced between 1979 and 1987. Initially assigned to the Strategic Air Command, they were reassigned in 1992 to the Air Mobility Command. These aircraft were discontinued in 2024 due to the rising maintenance cost of the airframe, to be replaced by the Boeing KC-46 Pegasus. The legacy of the KC-10A extender is its contribution to the global air operation strategies of the United States. It accomplished this through a large amount of fuel offload capability, dual refueling compatibility, and the cargo transport option. For instance, when fighters deployed overseas, a KC-10 could refuel those aircraft while transporting the support personnel and equipment. Along with the smaller KC-135, KC-10s refueled long-range bomber missions, fighters that were making transits or need longer loiter times, and airlift aircraft. They could even refuel other KC-10s. Plus, they shipped thousands of tons of cargo and significant numbers of troops during the more than 2 decades of service. The availability of newer airframes and the presumably lower maintenance costs led to the removal of the KC-10s from service. The KC-10A extender seen in today's episode can be seen at the National Museum of the United States Air Force among its outdoor displays. In the 1986 Operation El Dorado Canyon, this particular aircraft provided fuel for F-111s during their attack on the Libyan Terrorist Network Command Center in Tripoli. The KC-10's large fuel capacity allowed the F-111s to refuel 8 separate times during that mission. Thank you for watching today's short episode. I hope that you'll help the channel out with a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And share this episode with your history and aviation-minded friends while checking out other content on the channel. And we'll see you next time right here on Plane Legacy.